Hello, everybody. So, after a long pause here on Tuesday Talks for the summer, I decided to bring this series back this fall. And my first interview is going to be with Angela Gilliard. As soon as she hops on here, we're going to bring her on and we're going to be talking all things convention, because convention is next month. I want you guys to get a little bit of the details so you can learn about what it is, why it's important, and why are we excited about it. So Angela's gonna give us all the dirt, and I just can't wait for you guys to hear what she has to say. Recognize her as soon as she comes on because we've had her on before. So here she should be coming. There she is. Hey, Angela.
What's up?
Nothing, just some Hurricane Ian effects going on.
I was gonna ask you. I'm surprised you're doing this.
Yeah, it's actually just been rainy today and overcast. The wind isn't too bad yet, so it's pretty good because I'm on the Atlantic side. So it's unfortunately going to be hitting the Gulf side. So we'll be getting the aftermath of it, but we'll see. We'll see.
Good times.
Yeah, you look beautiful.
Oh, thanks. That day.
Oh gosh. Well, so I don't want you to introduce yourself because you've already done that a few times on this platform, but I just want to jump right in now and ask you, what drew you to Rodan and Fields?
Well, originally I was a product user at first. That's how I was introduced to the products in general. But once I started to learn more about what I was using and how much I loved them and like the difference that it was very clearly making on my face at the time, I started to kind of pay a little bit more of attention, and like kind of when I realized that the founders are the doctors that created Proactive, I was like, okay, this makes more sense. Like, I get it now. And then like once I just started researching kind of why they sold Proactive and why they started this brand, their mission just really spoke to me. And at the time it wasn't what I needed at the time, but when I did need it, I didn't look anywhere else. I knew exactly what I needed to do.
That's awesome. And I love that you shared that because as I mentioned in the little pre-log here is that convention is coming up next month. And it's a really exciting time in our company. It happens once a year and where we get all this hype about it. We get so excited about it, but I don't think a lot of people truly understand why we're excited about it. So for those who don't know, can you explain a little bit about like what convention is? Because you just hear the word, but you don't really understand what it is.
Yeah, absolutely. Nobody understands. Everybody I talk to, I'm like, I'm going to convention. It's the most wonderful time of year. And everyone's just like, cool, Vegas, enjoy. So basically, convention for us is a 4-day event, typically held on site somewhere. It's back in person this year. And it's in Vegas again, but we have moved around to several cities across the country. And really, it's just 4 days of, oh my God, community, innovations, workshops, announcements, programs, expansion, just kind of all the things. It's a big 4 days. And by the time, like, I take a half a recovery day before I come home because you really need that much time just to like decompress and, you know, whatever. It's a time for celebration. And this year, especially a time to be together. Obviously the last 2 years we've had the virtual convention, and I think that was a really great option, and I'm so grateful that we were able to make that work. And the same thing as this year, I'm glad that that's like still an option. So for those who can't or don't want to be there in person, they still get the experience and they still get to tune in virtually. So it's a fun time.
Yeah, and I always think about convention as energy.
Oh gosh, yes. Yeah.
It's this incredible like pulse that goes through your body, and you just get energized by the things that are happening, but the people being together, and you're learning from each other, and you're sharing ideas, and you're collaborating. And it's just this incredible moment in our businesses where we, like you said, get together, but we learn together as a full company together. Like, it's like we're all CEOs and we all manage our own businesses and we can do whatever we want. Yeah. But it's that one time where we're all together and all united, and it's just like, it's so overwhelming because it's so powerful. And like you said, decompressing needs to happen, of course. Yeah. So
it very much is that breath of fresh air that we all kind of need, like just at the right time. It's also like, for me, one of my favorite convention memories, though, not to like hijack what you were just about to ask, but like,
no, please.
You know, we, as like you said, we're all individual CEOs, and we all collaborate. Like all year long, we collaborate with people that we've never even met before, and we don't know them, but we work with them on an everyday basis, and they really become part of your family. And sometimes convention is the one opportunity that you can finally squeeze each other's necks and be like, oh my gosh, it's so great to meet you, and like squeeze that person. And I have had several of those relationships over the years, and these people are truly my best friends. So to be able to see them, you know, it's an indescribable moment.
Absolutely. You and I actually met at convention.
We did in Vegas.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep. In Vegas.
Yeah.
So since we just talked all about that, but truly, in your opinion, do you really think that convention is a must? Because some people looking at this business opportunity, like if they had just joined this company, they might just be like, oh, okay, well, I want to maybe sit back. I want to take a little time. I want to be someone who just like observes for a little bit. Do you really think that they need to go to convention, or the virtual option is a better option for them? Or do you think that they should just opt out for their first year?
Not a chance. Definitely not that one. I do feel as though I was brought into this business being told that if you are serious about your business and you want to grow it at all, convention is a must. And now I will say today, more so than any of the previous years that I've been around or in this business, convention is non-negotiable. It's not a must, it's required. It's with the virtual option, there's no reason not to, because now it's like, okay, maybe cost was prohibitive beforehand for people, or you know, like so many % of people do this alongside with a full career or a full family or whatever else. Like some people just can't get that time off and all of that. So being able to get away for 4 days time and do that is sometimes a lot for people. But now with the virtual option, everything is on demand. Excuse me, I had my allergy shots this morning.
You're okay.
So everything's on demand, everything's available, you know, when you can tune in and when you can catch it. So the fact that you would get, if you were to join now, that you would get the newest innovation first before anybody, that alone is just, it's huge. It's huge.
Absolutely. I agree with you. I think that convention is a must as well. That's how I was coached and trained, is that it's definitely not something to miss, especially because there is a virtual option. And you can actually have, at least with our company, the trainings and all of the experience for an entire calendar year. So no matter what your life is going through during that time of convention, you have the opportunity to revisit it and relearn, or just learn if you haven't gotten a chance to. So I agree with you. I think it's absolutely incredible. And I think that our company goes above and beyond. I don't know about other companies. I can't speak to them. I'm not involved with them. I haven't been with them, but I know our conventions, and they are out of this world. So
out of this world, yeah.
Yeah.
There's no like moment that that like equals what it feels like when you're in that arena and the doctors come on the stage and the lights go on and you're just like it's just that heart pounding. You know, I don't know if you were in you did go to New Orleans, because that's when I met Jordan. So in New Orleans convention, I don't know if you remember the one room wasn't like big enough. So they had another room where people were gathered and you could watch it virtually. And like, it was nowhere near the same. Everyone was like, oh my God, you could tell which room who was in just based on their like convention experience, because it was like, no, there's nothing like being in the same room when the doctors take the stage. It's amazing.
Absolutely. So
fangirl moment.
Yeah, true fangirl moment. Absolutely. So with all of that being said, what is just your like favorite thing, or what is the most exciting thing for you about convention? Because you talked about a lot of things like the doctors, the relationships, the trainings, the innovations, but like what is it for you that you are looking most forward to maybe this year, or the most exciting thing for you?
Kind of twofold for me.
Okay.
Because this year is this year, of course, the community, seeing the people, meeting new people, because you meet a ton of new people while you're there. And like I said, you collect all of these little R+F friendships all along the way. And it's like, I'm just so excited for the community part of it. But I'm always most excited, honestly, about the innovation. Like, yes, I'm excited for the trainings that we're going to get. And, you know, our leaders pour into us above and beyond. And I'm always grateful for their time and expertise that they're, you know, willing to share and pour through all of us. So that's always awesome. But the innovations are always like, every time I'm like, oh, what could we possibly do next? I'm like, what? So like, I'm just so pumped to see like, what are we doing next? Like, what could we possibly be doing? All the RFXers who are the leaders of our company have been posting their like big box pictures, and it's like, what is in the box? Like, come on, that's a huge box. What is it? So it's just like the anticipation, and it never ceases to amaze me what we as a brand and as a company are capable of, and the expertise that gets, you know, put into the creation of all of these great things. It's a mind-blowing yet very humbling experience to me. So I always love like getting the big reveal. So I'm excited for that this year too.
I'm always excited for that too, because just like what you said, which speaks so true to me, is like, I literally think we have it all. I'm like, our portfolio is so extensive. We have products that address so many skin concerns. We have innovations already for like lashes, for brows, for serums, for this. And I'm like, what's next? They can't outdo themselves. Like, there's nothing left. And
even the body replenish and like the microdermabrasion, exfoliating your body, hydrating your body. Like, what more? Where else are we going? I don't know.
I didn't even know about a dermacosmetic until they launched it. I was like, what is a dermacosmetic?
I had no idea. And that's the other part of it, is like, so not only it's like the innovation. And so like you said, that one I remember, because that was New Orleans, wasn't it? I think that was New Orleans. And we're all sitting there and we're like, ooh, a dermacosmetic. Wait, what is this? Why are we so excited? Like, we know we're going to be excited and we know this is going to be good, but like, now tell us all about it. And that learning from the experts and the people who have had that product in their hands for, you know, these several weeks before convention and all of that. Like, I'm a sponge. I love to learn. I love to like just absorb all of that info. So for me, the other part of it is like the learning of all the something new. The nerd in me gets a little crazy.
Well, considering the new product launch that's coming in October, why would now be a good time for someone to join the business opportunity with us? Even if they know another consultant, and it might not be you and I, but why would now be a good time to jump into Rodan and Fields?
Well, first and foremost, because there's a new product coming or something. There's a new innovation coming. I don't know what it is. But I mean, that's always huge. I mean, we've seen it all over the internet. Forbes always says the best time to join any company is during expansion or new product release. And at convention, we often do both hand in hand. We have launched in, you know, as you know, other countries, Australia and Canada right now. And those were kind of coupled with convention. So for all we know, we may be going back for another another round of global expansion. Sorry. coupled with the new product release or the innovation release. So having both of those bargaining chips in your pocket at one time is just smart business. I mean, that's huge. The opportunity alone. Plus, not for anything, like, you're going to get this brand new innovation. Why wouldn't you want it at the deepest discount available, which is the consultant discount? So you've got front row access to all the things. You get all the training straight out of the gate if you do convention. So you can not only launch your business, but you can learn all the things as well. And then, yeah, the commissions and rewards, like, why not? I mean, we all look around. Nothing's getting cheaper today. So, like, more money is never a bad thing, in my opinion.
Yeah, absolutely. And I also think the one thing you didn't touch on that always drives me to think about things is the momentum that's already being built up.
Oh, yeah.
About the new product is definitely a great time to capitalize on that.
Yeah.
Because you don't have to build the momentum from the ground up like you would in a traditional business.
Right. I mean, what was it? The last product that we released, I can't remember who wrote it first, if it was Pop Sugar or New Beauty, but we had articles in their magazines like the week it was launched. And so that's another very smart way, because we don't pay for advertising. All of these beauty editors, they're waiting on the cusp of our doorstep to find out what this product is going to be. And they're going to be the first to write about it, which is free press for your new business. So why not, in telling the world what you're deciding to jump into, now you've got this like paper, you know, whatever that all the important people say. That's like, I'm drawing a blank on the word right now, sorry. But the proof is in the paper sort of thing. Like,
right.
I don't know. I love that people are always waiting to hear what we're doing next. It's like the biggest thing.
Exactly. And that momentum is huge for business. It's absolutely huge. It's something that you can't just get any time of year.
Right.
So that's why I think convention is so important because of that. But for people who don't know, can you talk a little bit about what it means to join Rodan and Fields, and like what would it look like if they were to join, let's say today?
Do you want me to get into like the enrollment process kind of?
Yeah, okay. Just kind of talk a little bit about it, because everybody doesn't know how to start, right?
Yeah. You know what amazes me is that a lot of people don't even know that it's an option.
Yeah.
Like, if anybody even knows what I do for a living, most people like don't understand that like they could also do the same thing. So I guess that's like the biggest piece is like, also, I'm a hot mess 99.9% of the time. If you know me, you know that's true. If I can do it, so can you. So really, if you decide to join, or you think that like extra money and cash rewards and all of these things are maybe a good fit for you, you would hook up with the consultant that you know or who invited you, or if you don't know one, but any of us, whatever, we have a website, it's fine. So you would go there, you would sign up on the website. The cost is $75, and that cost gets you immediate access to your back at your office.
Oh, we got your back. Yep.
So that $75 gives you immediate access to everything you need to place orders, a personalized website, everything. You're ready to launch and go right then and there. You don't have to wait for anything to come in the mail. It is, you push that button and your business is live immediately. You get a ton of coaching, support, education, resources, all of that. Plus you get in your, they call it a business starter pack, I think is what they're still calling it. Is that wrong? I don't know.
No.
So it's all of the collateral that you need to not only promote your business. This is a fun reward, by the way, that they gave us along the way. So cheers to that. So you get the collateral that you need to launch your business, promote your business. It comes with samples, things to help you share your business. It's literally your, like, I mean, they call it a business starter pack because it kind of is. It's everything you need. It's the essentials to get you off and running immediately.
Absolutely.
And then what else? Oh, and then in your back office, obviously you would lean in on whoever you decided to join in business. That person would just guide you step by step, like, okay, here's the first thing you do, here's the second thing you do. And if you're ever unavailable or unable to get with your business partner, your back office tells you exactly what to do in a day. You set your speed, whether it's like, I only have 15 minutes today, or I got all day, my kids are at school forever, and this is great. You set that bar of how much work you can put in, and it tells you exactly what you need to do. So there's no guesswork. There's no like, oh, I'm not sure, I don't know. Like, nope,
Yeah.
you just get it and go. Easy peasy.
Absolutely. And I think that's the one thing that people don't really understand about a business like this, because the world has been so traditional for so long of like, we have to hire someone to help with marketing. We need to hire someone to help with this. We need to hire somebody else. I need to find a storefront. I need to find this. Especially with the days of social media, you can use your own accounts or create new accounts to promote your business for free online, which is kind of crazy because that's no cost. All it takes is your time. Right. And we always say this, Angela, is basically we wash our face and we share the products. That's what we do. We're face washers and we're sharers. And so if you feel like you can do those two things, you literally could do Rodan and Fields. Like, that's how simple it is. And we don't want to overcomplicate it. And yes, we're not trying to like oversimplify it either. Like, it is a business. It does take time, but it's simple. It's super, super simple. Like, anyone can do this. So if anything you've heard today from Angela speaks out to you, feel free to comment below and reach out to us. I will tag her in this video so that you can also get some of your questions answered from her or I. We appreciate you guys tuning in and checking out Tuesday Talks. The series is back, and I loved that we kicked it off with convention. Woo! So excited. So thank you, Angela, for joining us today. I really appreciate it. And looking forward to convention. I can't wait.
Yay!
Yeah, okay. Talk to you.